In a valley where rivers run silver and mountains were crowns of eternal mist, there existed a village that had forgotten its own name. The elders simply called it home. The children called it the between, for it sat between the world of the living and something else. Here lived Zara, a girl of 12 with eyes the color of storm clouds and hair that refused to be tamed, curling like smoke around her shoulders. She was strange, even by the standards of a strange place. She talked to her shadow. She collected broken things, clocks that didn't tick, mirrors that didn't reflect, keys without locks. And sometimes, when the wind blew from the east, she heard whispers that no one else could hear. "Mad child," the villagers muttered, crossing their fingers in the old word against evil. "Cursed," others said, remembering that her mother had died giving her life on the night of the blood moon, and her father had walked into the thornwood forest the very next morning, never to return. Only old Momaya, the blind weaver at the edge of the village, treated Zara with kindness. "You're not mad, child," she would say, her milky eyes seeming to see everything. "You're a listener. The last one in 7 generations. The forest has been waiting for you." Zara didn't understand. But she felt it, a pull in her chest whenever she looked at the thornwood, a hunger in the earth beneath her feet, a voice just below the threshold of hearing that called her name in her dreams. The thornwood forest was forbidden. Everyone knew this. The boundary stones, carved with symbols older than memory, marked where village land ended and the forest began. Hunters who crossed them returned blind, raving of trees that walked and thorns that drank blood. Children who chased lost goats into the edge came back mute, their hair turned white overnight. But one autumn morning, the boundary stones cracked. Zara found the first fracture while gathering herbs for Momaya. She traced the jagged line with her finger, and the stone sang, a high, thin note like a violin string drawn too tight. Her shadow, which had always moved slightly out of sync with her body, suddenly went perfectly still. Finally, the shadow whispered. Zara stumbled backward. You can talk. I've always talked. You've just never listened properly." The shadow detached from her feet, rising up like smoke giving form. It had no face, but she felt it smiling. "The thornwood is waking, Zara. The binding is breaking. And you are the key." "The key to what?" "To what sleeps beneath the roots. To what your ancestors locked away. To the truth about your mother, your father, yourself." A wind blew from the forest, carrying the scent of copper and ancient dust. Zara should have run. Should have told the elders. Should have done anything but what she did next. She stepped across the broken boundary. The thornwood was not like other forests. The trees were black, their bark ridged like scar tissue.